Conversations going on about bosses dating juniors, men making promises to women and not fulfilling them, women going public with relationships that they are having with married men. Now, social media has a lot to discuss, and I suppose so do we, because these things have been happening for a while without us really addressing them as issues. Okay, but they really are. Look, I don't know whether there is anything that there is any kind of relationship that is automatically wrong. I don't know. But if you are a superior and you are dating your junior in the same workplace, there are risks, aren't there? Do people always consider these risks before they go into such relationships? Okay, because I think we are currently in an era where, look, just the fact that you are the person's superior can be seen, especially by the junior, as coercion.
That's true.
Okay? Yeah. So you might think you are laughing and joking and flirting with her. You might think she's laughing and joking and flirting back. But the truth is she's afraid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's afraid she'll lose her job. That's why she's laughing and joking and flirting. So can you ever be sure that the feeling is mutual? If you can't be sure, should you do it?
So my personal tutor taught gender law, and she has a claim. She orders society in a way that's interesting. Said, first, all men are endangered. 2, black men are more endangered, and those of color are more endangered. Where you find yourself, the most important thing is you take precautionary measures to avoid the danger.
Thank you.
And this is so because I agree with you. You might think it's a fine line that you've carefully navigated. Many institutions, it's the reason why they say superior-inferior relations never. Colleagues at the same level ought to be independently assessed. In fact, I know law firms that do this. There's an HR department that will call both. We understand, yes, this is happening. They will interrogate the woman as if she's being coerced and forced to do something in a way that they are not only seeking to protect her, but also the company. Because they will be presumed to have created an environment that allowed something of that sort to happen. So at best, what you can get is people of the same level. So if we are of the same level, that's to be independently assessed. So your best bet, avoid trouble, avoidance. Not. I mean, see, it's and you see, one, there are so many problems with some of these ones. Not least because you are married, but because when it becomes a bigger problem, they look up to you and say, "Oh no, by you, boss, yeah." And also because structures in society, sometimes in our part of the world, make it very easy for people of power to directly and indirectly exert the power in many ways. So, if I am your subordinate and I don't agree, what are my options? Will you treat me badly in the office? I need a job too. I don't have an alternative. So, all of those things come in. That's why don't do it is the key point there.
The smartest.
Yes, it's so that's what I'm saying. Because you are endangered, avoid it. Avoid it 100%. Protect yourself. Protect yourself from all the possible problems in the future. But man's nature, since the Garden of Eden, protecting man has been a difficult task. The Bible is still trying to do something around it, but still, that's what they. Now, some of those playing this song, but Lumba has a song. Yeah, do see now. Now, the other issues around this is that workplaces should be more effective in identifying and moving in strongly to say, see, be careful, be extremely careful. This could have dangers for not only yourself or the woman we are talking about here, but for all of us too. Because Kojo, in this republic, I say no, it's out there. The people who love you and they know you, some of them will listen to you and say, okay, well, I think that you have a point. Some Okosoba form. Even if you recruit the Pope to join in your defense, you have been condemned to death already. So, being careful and making sure that you do not. And there are fishes in the sea at different levels. You are mindful that you do not do things that will give you opprobrium. I am so convinced that the man and any man, mindful of the trouble they are likely to cause in the future, and if they know of the alternatives on the table, will try their very best to avoid trouble. Because it's not worth it anyway.
Well, I saw a tweet that said, if you see a man in trouble, don't laugh, learn. For all things, look to yourself.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. Be careful.
Yeah, look, I mean, you say that men are endangered, and that's the reason why you have to be careful. If you are endangered, you have to be careful. Don't expect someone to come and protect you. Protect yourself, right? I mean, you may not have sexually harassed anyone. It may have been mutual, but now that things have gone wrong, you have given the person the opportunity to say things about you that you may go your whole life without ever being able to erase.
That's true.
That's the problem now. I mean, we are expected to believe the woman. That is what society expects of us. So if a woman accuses a man of sexual harassment, it's almost, there's no need for proof or anything. Forget it. That is who you will be seen as for the rest of your life.
And if they make the accusation in ways that it is difficult for them to, you see, it's not a substantive matter, so don't submit proof to it.
Yeah.
It's in passing, but it's so damaging that no matter, you don't even have an opportunity.
Yeah, you are done. You are done. And then let's not also forget, there is the issue of promise and fail, right?
Yeah.
Promise and fail. How many relationships has one party promised something to the other and failed to deliver, but we just let it go because we see it as relationship? But maybe there are legal claims to be made. It will be interesting to see that tested in court.